and he launches into the parable. And the parable, it's fairly simple, but it's absolutely beautiful. The parable is about a man who lends money, right? And he has two debtors, okay? And both of these men owe a significant amount of money, right? One owes about 500 denarii and the other 50. A denarius at the time is an average worker's wage, right? That if we take the minimum wage in Washington State, right, and we say that's not really average, but we'll put it at a minimum, right? And you take that average wage, you would say the man who owes, in today's terms, the man who owes about 500 denarii, that man owes about $40,000 to $50,000. Okay, if you owed somebody $40,000 to $50,000, it probably would keep you up at night, especially if you didn't have a way to pay it. The other man who owes 50 owes between $4,000 and $5,000, also a significant amount of money, right? But one that you would feel probably a little more comfortable with depending on your status in the community. Both considerable sums of money, but one, 50,000, clearly more substantial than 5,000. So the moneylender turns and cancels both of the debts. Says, you know what? You don't owe me anything anymore. And Jesus says, okay, Simon, which of these two debtors will love the one who canceled the debt more? And Simon, of course, says, the one, I suppose, for whom he canceled the larger debt. Right? In other words, Simon says, this is not a hard question. I get it. I think I even see where you're going with this, Jesus. Right? But Jesus affirms him and says, that's right. Simon, you got it right. That's good. You figured it out. Because what we have to understand about sin, and there's lots of ways to think about sin. We've talked about sin as brokenness. We talk about it as rebellion. But one way the Bible describes sin is debt. Right? You see, you owe worship and faithfulness to the holy God. And when you sin, when you do that which God says no to, or you fail to do that to which God says yes to, you sin and you incur a debt with God. So what does Jesus do? What is his death on the cross? Well, in this scheme, the way to think of Jesus' death on the cross is it is ransom. Jesus pays your debt for you. He ransoms you. He redeems you. And that's what Simon has figured out.